What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we have some intriguing news to cover in this video. The news just keeps on coming and coming the last few days. It's been crazy. Basically, this whole month, the news cycle has been pretty crazy. It kind of slowed down for a few days, and then it's just been one thing after the next for like the last 2 weeks. It's been crazy. But first thing here on the docket, let's talk about... So, I am a member of the Transformers Addicts group on Facebook, and about an hour ago at the time of this recording, somebody posted, I don't know how to say their name, I'm sorry, Malachia Joseph Lands or something like that. Sorry if I say her name wrong. If you're watching this video, perhaps, possibly, you never know who's watching your video, but he posted an image of a Walmart shelving, it looks like, because Walmart exclusive Excellion is right next to Earthrise RUNAMUCK. Now, I didn't think he was gonna be in the US. If I remember correctly, this guy came out exclusively in the EU, and I didn't think we would see a US release, at least this year. Maybe next year I could see it, but you know, it's coming to the US, it looks like, because this guy found it at his Walmart, which is pretty crazy. They have quite a few there on the shelves. It seems like, because I've been reporting since yesterday, because JT Prime 17, he put out a little post. He said that there would be an Earthrise Target exclusive, and I was saying it would be Runabout at first, and now JT Prime is saying that it's going to be Earthrise Sunstreaker. So maybe they're doing both for Target, because if you remember, Runabout was a Target exclusive because, hey, he's a red Transformer, gotta put him as a Target exclusive because Target's red, yeah. It seems like they would go in line with that again, especially since they've done a lot of reissues the last year or two at Target, and it seems like Walmart is picking up the reissue slack a little too here, and they're getting RUNAMUCK, which is interesting. So I think Runabout isn't too far behind, and I think I was right in saying and predicting in that video that Runabout would get an Earthrise reissue, possibly as a Target exclusive. He could just be a fan channel wave exclusive or something. We gotta wait and see. Obviously, I'm just speculating here, but this guy saw RUNAMUCK on the shelves at Walmart, so get on the hunt, I guess, and look for RUNAMUCK if you missed out on it the first time. So Nate on his Instagram page posted a little piece of info here for the upcoming fan vote Shockwave figure that's coming out around 2027. He said here in the caption of this post, and I quote, "Scale to be determined, any thoughts, tooling, new, not a Skybite retool. When we were discussing the concept, existing tools for reuse or future retools was not part of the conversation." So this is some popular conversations I've been seeing going around, and some stuff that I even asked in my video yesterday when this concept art was first revealed, especially for the scaling. I was not somebody out there saying that, is he a Skybite retool? Is he going to be reused for anybody? I was not thinking that at all. He looked nothing like a Skybite retool. I don't know where people are getting that from, because it's a whale and Skybite's a shark, I guess, but I mean, they look nothing alike. So the scaling here is the big thing for me. They could reuse it for something else, like maybe one of those Beast Wars Neo or Beast Wars 2 characters. I'm forgetting their names right now, but I think it was like Hellstorm or Hellstrom or something like that. One of those characters that transformed into one of those whale or shark characters during Beast Wars 2 and Neo, and I think they were repainted in Universe 2004 as well. So they could maybe use it for that. I could see them heavily retooling this, but I don't know about that. But the scaling here is the big thing to me, because this guy turns into a whale, and whales are big animals. And, you know, the mainline stuff has been pretty big on scale the last 5-10 years. So I'm thinking he should be no less than a Voyager and no more than a leader class. I do not think people would want to pay $100 for a commander class whale Shockwave that's a fan vote based off of one panel from a Skybound comic. I don't think that's possible. I think the sweet spot is either Voyager or leader class, and if I were to lean heavily into one size class, I'd say he's probably just going to be a Voyager class. I don't see them kind of quote-unquote going all out, if you will, for this release. I don't think they would want to go leader class in terms of the budget and the amount of money they're spending on the tooling for this thing. So I think they're going to keep it relatively simple while not making him too small to the point where this is absolutely ridiculous. I definitely do think he's probably more than likely going to be a Voyager, and if I'm wrong, I will be happily surprised that I'm wrong, because I would love to see this in a bigger leader class scale. If he's, imagine if he's like the size of, say, Studio Series 86 Grimlock or any of the 86 Dinobots we've gotten over the last few years. That would be absolutely amazing. So apparently there was a recent Q&A with Simon Furman about the new Titan, and these are some bullet points that I saw on TFW's website. I'm going to read through them and give you guys my thoughts on everything, as always, that I do here on the channel. So first up here, the new Titans story will be published via a new monthly comics and poster format. Name of the Titan will be decided via the new fan vote. It's the first time Furman writes a full story about a Titan. He wrote only a bit about Metroplex in the past. There won't be city speakers on this new story. The story takes place around 1986 by the time the Battersea Station was into disuse. The comic will be very G1. The Titan won't speak. He isn't Autobot nor Decepticon. The Titan is a weapon for anyone who can use it. Furman had to do a lot of research since now he's got more stories and guidelines compared to the Marvel era. They want to give logic to this Titan's origin. Furman didn't give a clear answer about the presence of a Titan Master. Turbinus Maximus is Furman's favorite name. Fans asked about a transformable toy, but Furman confirmed there are no plans for it now, while he was polite to mention that if fans want it, Hasbro may make one. It's complicated, even for a non-transformable toy. The Titan is a triple changer, robot, energy plant, and weapon for other Titans. Wow. His turbines are cannons. An early idea was for this Titan to be the head of Fortress Maximus, but it wasn't approved, too big to deal with. The story has got 12 parts, one per month. The Titan has no gender. It's so ancient and mysterious, even for the Transformers. He comes from another planet in time. About the design, Battersea's stakeholders had to approve the design. They had to be careful to present the Titan as a weapon. They're going to try to explore the best that can. There's a little bit of a typo here. Explore the best they can, but I think they mean they can, about what it means to be a Titan during the 12 chapters. So that's all of the bullet points that they gave here about the most important info that Furman gave. And I gotta say, this sounds like a really interesting story. Am I gonna go out of my way to buy these comics or look for them? Probably not. I don't really care about it that much, but there's some really interesting things that they're presenting here, making him a triple changer that turns into an energy plant and a weapon for other Titans to use, essentially. His turbines are cannons. He's got no gender. He's so ancient and mysterious that the Transformers don't even know like what he's about, and just everything involved with him. It's really mysterious and cool. I do like that, and how he doesn't talk. You're kind of teetering on some Bumblebee levels there, but I'm sure they'll work it out in a way that's different from Bumblebee and that's actually not annoying after 18 years of dealing with it. But yeah, either way, this sounds really intriguing. Maybe at some point I would get into these comics, but I don't care that much, to be honest with you. It just kind of sounds cool, but not enough for me to be hooked in, you know what I mean? And the last thing I wanted to cover here is, so Evan put up, the Transformers official page put up a video of Evan talking about the new fan vote Shockwave and showing off some extra concept art about some designs that didn't make the cut for this. And there's some bullet points here that TFW gave from the video. I'm going to read them and give you all my thoughts on it. First one here, Shockwave is canonically a humpback whale. Evan cites Skybound's new comic specifically as a reference of Shockwave's interest in Earth's sea life. We have a look at the sketches of other beast modes which were considered: shark, manta ray, and a squid. Evan mentions the mono eye placement in whale mode is a reference to a spot on whale skeletons. We have a better look at the finished art. Okay, so looking at this, I gotta say, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. The whale one that they chose is cool and all, but these three options just look cooler. I'm just keeping it real here. This is my opinion. The shark, manta ray, and squid, they look way cooler than the whale. And I'll explain why. It's mostly in the robot mode. The whale mode for the one they chose is badass. It's really cool. I like how the mouth turns into a cannon and stuff like that. It's really cool. But when you get to the robot mode, it just looks like G1 Shockwave with a couple fins slapped on top of him, and that's it. There's really nothing innovative with his robot mode design. It's pretty boring, if you ask me. It doesn't really make me want to go out there and get the figure of it when it comes out in 2 years. But when I look at the shark, the manta ray, and the squid, I see actual really dope potential here that I do not see in the one that they chose. So I honestly don't know what went on with choosing the whale. Maybe it was sort of a brand identity thing where they wanted to look more G1, which is something they've been wanting to do the last few years, which if you ask me is getting a little redundant. Or maybe it was some mandate by the suits and they had to pick, they had the final choice. Maybe Evan, I don't know, maybe he chose like the squid or something and the suits wanted him to go with something else, because ultimately at the end of the day, I don't think Evan makes the final decisions on what characters get made and everything, unfortunately. I could be wrong on that, but that's the vibe I get over at Hasbro. But yeah, I think either of these three would have been way cooler, especially that squid. I'm thinking the squid would have been the coolest. The manta ray, I think that's a little too close to depth charge. It would be a little redundant there. And then the shark, I just think, we already have a bunch of shark formers from Beast Wars. A squid one, we do have a couple squid formers, but not that many. So that would have been my pick personally, but I don't know, it is what it is. They went with the whale. Still a cool design, but not as cool as these three here that didn't make the cut. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. What do y'all think about all the news that I covered here in this video? And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!